So, guess who thought he'd be going back to work sometime soon, but it turns out that he's probably not going to be going back anytime soon because things want to keep happening. This guy. So, I called my district manager and I was like, "So, tomorrow is the store going to be open, cuz we haven't been open for like 3 fucking weeks." And nope. Nope. Apparently uh they're trying to see if we can open the store back up. Um But if not, so like the dude who owns the stores, he's got like 500 employees across like the stores he owns, not just, but he owns like other businesses and all that. But he's going through a divorce right now, apparently, and that's pretty much what's causing all these fuck ups. So, because she said the same thing, it's like you're messing with people's livelihoods. So, I'm pretty much not working for the foreseeable future until all this gets settled. So they said something about trying to see if we can open the stores back up. And yeah, that's great. But then if not, then they're going to have to find someone to buy the stores. Because they said that with the first time that happened, he came in, he bought the stores for like $1. So, so hopefully it's not going to take too long. But for the foreseeable future, if the stores don't open up back up and they have to find someone to sell it to, I mean, we'll get our jobs back because they'll reach out to management like her and say like, "Do you want your job still?" And even if she didn't, she's like, "Well, I already have employees." But she's more than happy because she doesn't have anything else either. Like she doesn't have another job apart from being district manager. Because you're a district manager, why would you need another job? So they've got people ready to work. It's just the matter that this dude, this fucking 27-year-old guy, is letting his divorce get in between him and his business, putting 500 something people, you know. So now I've got about fucking $200 left in my account. So now I've got to try to make 200 something dollars last until whenever. And I've already gone through the process of looking about with possibly filling out for unemployment, like partial or whatever. But it's like I kind of need to know the facts first before I fill anything out because it's like no point filling it out and then having the ability to go back to work on Thursday, you know? But yeah, I'm just tired of this shit. I'm really tired of this shit. I'm pushing fucking 40 years old and this happens all the fucking time. Not this, what's the situation, but even going back as far as like working in the nursing home or when I was at Ingles, it's one fuck over after another. And I'm so fucking over it at this point. I'm so tired of this shit. I should be able to just wake up every day, go to work, and do my goddamn job. But here we are, here I am, sitting here for fucking 2 weeks now. Now it's pretty much gonna be 3 weeks. Nope, nope. So I'm just fucking tired of it. This is fucking high school bullshit, like high school drama bullshit. If I wanted high school bullshit, I'd go fucking back to high school and be a fucking teacher or some shit. But no, I just want to work. I just want to work. I want to wake up in the morning, go to work, do my fucking job, come home, get paid every 2 weeks. I'm so tired of all this other bullshit. Like I said, now I got to try to make $200 or so. Like I think it's like $250 left or some bull crap, you know. And obviously we haven't worked for the last 2 weeks, so it was either this week or next week we would get paid, but none of us have worked, so we're not going to get a paycheck. That's $200 that I'm not going to get. I mean, luckily enough, I've already paid my internet bill. I've already paid my rent, part of my rent. I can't even pay full rent right now. Despite the fact that it would drain me faster, I still gave her about $120, which even that's way too much for me right now. I can't even pay that much. But, you know, and now basically just trying to feed myself, which I got some ramen. I got some ramen. But if that runs out, and I know Dollar General is going to be closed for a little bit because they're remodeling and all that, so they're going to be closed. They're like the only place I'm able to go because town I live doesn't really exactly have a lot of stuff. But so I guess I'll just do what I normally do. I'll just starve myself. So I'm just tired of it. I really am. Again, I'm pushing 40. I shouldn't have to, and it's not just you know, people seem to want to think that it has something to do with like the job. It's like, oh, well, a minimum wage job. No. It was like this when I was a CNA, which is a good paying job. It was like this when I was at the factory. Same thing, good paying job. It doesn't matter. It's just my luck. It's just some people, you know, you hear people say, oh, some people have all the luck. Yeah, for me, it's the opposite. Some people have all the bad luck. You know, and what's the dumbest fucking part about this is we could have been open the whole time, even if we didn't have the truck showing up. Like there's still a box and a half of wheat bread in there. There's a lot of flat bread. I convince people all the fucking time to get stuff that, you know, they probably wouldn't want. All I would say is that's all we have right now is because our truck isn't, you know, once they hear that I'm just a fucking grunt who shows up smacking rocks together like me, work, they feel bad. And then, you know, they'll be like, you know what, sure. And then you get a tip at the end as well. So, I mean, when I went in there, we still have meat in there. So it's like we should have been working until literally everything was gone. Like there's a box and a half of wheat bread. A box has like 100 something pieces of bread, I think. And then there is already like another, I think is like a half a box or less than half. So that's close to 200 pieces of bread. Why aren't we using them until they're all gone? There is meat already prepped. Why not use it till it's all gone? Or I had to sneeze like crazy, and then I took some of the allergy stuff. But like I like there's so like I was like it'd be great if we could like take the cookies in there and flatten them out and use those as like a roll or something. Although, I mean, putting pepperoni and all that on cookies would be kind of weird, but I've heard of weirder combinations. I've seen, I mean, I've had to make a tuna sandwich, you know, a tuna sub covered in pickles and like 3, 4 different sauces that don't actually work together. So having pepperoni or whatever on a fucking, you know, actually no, we wouldn't even need that. We have those footlong cookies still. We don't use them because they're pretty much out of stock. Um, we don't sell them anymore. Like they told us, like the churro, the cookie, the pretzel, we don't sell them anymore. But we have all of those still sitting in the freezer. Like we could easily just bake those and use those as. I mean, it honestly, it sounds like it'd be kind of good. You know, the chocolate's not like a sweet chocolate. I mean, it would definitely add a different flavor to it, but I don't. Again, I've seen some weird combinations. Like I've had people come in order a sandwich, and they wanted literally every freaking you know, condiment on it. You know, every sauce on it. It's fucking gross. That's gross. So having a sub on a fucking foot long cookie, that's the least weird thing I've seen. But we have all that wheat bread, we have all this flat bread, and it's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. We could have been open, and I mean, think about it this way: if each box has like 100, 200 pieces of bread, assuming every person's coming in and they're buying a foot long, which is like $10, by the end of the day, even if I only make a certain amount, right? I make a certain amount. Say I go in, I open that box, and I only take out about 50. So that's the 50 pieces of bread, right? Say we go through all that bread by the end of my shift, because especially rush hour, all that bread gone. Think of how much money just from that we could have made. And now, by that time, it's only about 2, 3 o'clock. We still have the rest of the day. And that's just for the wheat bread. Not to mention, we still have a whole crap load of flatbread. Same thing, like $10. So, come on. We should have been in there this whole time until we used everything. But here we are. Almost now 3 weeks because tomorrow's Tuesday. It'll be 3 weeks on Thursday, Friday. Here we are. Still sitting around waiting. Still sitting around and waiting. Which is, again, ridiculous. And I said that to my freaking district manager. She's a good kid. You know, she's like 20 years old and district manager. She just bought a new house and, you know, she's got a baby. But I said the same thing to her. It's like, this dude is the issue. Like, if he's going through a divorce, that's one thing. But he's letting this divorce fuck with the livelihoods of how many employees? He's got over like 500, you know, something employees that rely on him. I said, this guy has been the problem since the beginning. You know, ever since I started working at Subway, everyone said that, yeah, ever since this guy's taken over, everything's gone to shit. You know, there were people who were like, yeah, I was working here like at the other one a couple months ago or a year ago, and it was just terrible because we never had anything that we needed. You know, this guy is I want to own a Subway instead of working for it. So he's like a 20-something-year-old. So it's just like, Mommy, Daddy, I want to own the Subway. I don't want to work for Subway. I want to own it. Yeah. And now the dude's going through a divorce, and he's allowing it to get in the way of his ability to pay his employees and pay for trucks. And so if they do the same thing as last time, where they offer the stores for like a fucking $1, then we should get back to work fairly soon. But I'm just tired of this. I really am. I'm so tired about having, once I see what's happening, I can fill out for like unemployment or whatever. I'm still I'm constantly looking up and filling out for a second job, so it's not like I'm just sitting here fucking beating off. No, I'm constantly looking for something new, even if it's not to replace this job, because I don't want to leave another job. You know, I'm looking for a second job, but it's like it takes time. It takes time. So since I rely on public transportation, and again, I don't have money right now. It's kind of hard to go for interviews. I can only hope that it's like what Subway was like with me, where they called me up, had like a phone interview. It's like, okay, you got a job. You got the job. Because I don't have money to keep spending on jobs that I may not get. I don't have it right now. So I'm just tired of everything. I'm old. I'm fucking tired. I'm so tired of bullshit. But yeah, so not working tomorrow, and until we get all this shit figured out. So this dude better get his fucking act together. I'm so tired of this. So fucking tired of it. Anyway, that's gonna do for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.